kicking things off in the kitchen, our first guest shares delicious dishes featuring plant-based ingredients. Here to share her recipe for smoked cheddar, apple and cider lentil quesadillas, we welcome back Chef Lauren Chandler. It's great to see you.
You too.
This sounds so mouth-watering immediately.
So good,
So
yes.
many yummy ingredients. We're just going to jump right in.
Okay, great. So I already sprayed the skillet with a little bit of oil.
Okay.
And heated it up and had the first side, had one side nice and brown.
Oh, that's
nice
perfect.
and golden. And now I'm going to just flip it over.
Do you have a preferred tortilla for quesadilla building?
You know, I love a good flour tortilla, but you could use corn, you could use cassava flour. I mean, there's so many different options
Whatever
out there.
works for
Whatever
you.
works best for
Yeah,
you,
okay.
really. So I've got this heated up on one side. Now I flipped it over, and I'm going to add my cheese. And this way, it's like even crunchier because you got both sides going.
Oh, that's a good point. Double crunch.
Double crunch.
Okay.
And then I will sprinkle. This is a smoked cheddar, and smoked cheddar with apple is so good.
Oh, that's pretty perfect.
And then you make it into a quesadilla.
Okay.
And come on.
Now you're talking.
Come on. So if we're going to split this in, or put this in half, but
Okay.
you could do the whole thing and then just put another one on
Right.
top of it.
Okay.
But we're going to just do half
We're
here.
going to make a pretty dainty version here.
Yeah, it'll be a little dainty version.
Okay.
And then I've got these caramelized onions, and I caramelized them in cider.
Come
in apple
on.
cider. Yes. So they are like the sweetest, gooeyest, most fall version of an onion you can get.
So how did you think to put all these things together? They sound so good, but I wouldn't immediately think of them for a quesadilla recipe.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think apple and cheese is going to be great.
True.
I think about like families and like busy people, like what do they already probably know how to throw together?
And stuff we might have in the fridge or the
Stuff
pantry
that's
too.
already there.
Yeah.
We're using lentils, but I'm thinking about putting something in here that's a little heartier to make it a full meal.
Sure.
So you can use any bean that you'd like or whatever protein you'd like. I again cooked the lentils in cider.
That's so cool.
So you're going to get more of that flavor here, and you know, you can simplify it and just buy your canned lentils.
Sure.
Or use whatever bean you have on hand.
This is a nice hearty dish, though.
It is. It is. It's pretty filling. And then I've got some spinach and kale that I just sautéed up real quickly. And again, like you can make it your own and use greens. Don't use greens.
Sure.
And then what I'll do, I'm going to lower this heat. Because this is a new stove for me. I don't want to burn this baby. And then we're going to get our apples. So I'm just going to cut around the core here.
Okay.
And then slice it.
That's a pretty perfect apple you've picked out there.
It is a good one.
Yum.
Yeah. And then you can just flip it on its side when it starts to wobble. And here we go.
Wow. Okay,
And
this is innovation. I would never think to put an apple inside a quesadilla.
Why not? And the other thing is you can cook them. You can cook the apples, but I really like to have the like crisp, raw, fresh ingredient in contrast with the other things that are cooked in like a little richer.
Yeah, all that ooey gooey goodness in there.
Yes. And do you eat cilantro?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to just cut up a little bit of cilantro.
I am a yes to
Sprinkle that.
cilantro person.
And we'll use the stems because there's no reason not to.
Okay, great.
They're nice and tender and flavorful. Why waste them? And you can see I just kind of balled it up. And then it's easier to chop rather
That's
than
nice.
like,
You can chop the leaves and the stems all together.
you got it. And then a little sprinkle of that and a little bit of salt.
This is a serious
pepper.
quesadilla we're talking here today.
It is. But really, if you just did that apple and the cheddar,
Oh, why not?
it's going to be good just like
Yeah,
that.
for sure.
So and you can put more cheese on that side if you want.
Okay.
Yeah, you got the mother load here.
This is a monstrous quesadilla in the best way.
In the best way. And now I'm going to flip it over here. We can see that the cheese is melted.
Oh, that's looking beautiful.
And then I'm going to make just like the quickest of little sauces
Oh,
here.
perfect.
I've got some plain yogurt. And if you're someone who doesn't eat dairy, you can use your non-dairy alternatives.
Sure.
And we're going to add just a little bit of lime.
Yummy.
And you could, of course, put avocado in here or make this exact thing with avocado instead or in addition to yogurt. You could put the lime zest in.
Oh, yeah, that's so yummy too.
And then I love Hot Mama's salsa. This is a Portland brand.
Okay.
And this smoked coffee chili oil is my
Ooh.
favorite. I know you're not a huge fan of spice.
I'm working on it. I'm getting there.
We'll just make sure to get a little bit
I
in
gotta
there.
practice. I gotta get myself more tolerant of more spice.
I fully
There's so many
support that.
delicious things that are quite spicy. That looks beautiful.
Okay, so now let's see how the side is. Looks perfect.
That looks gorgeous.
And we'll cut this. Just kind
Look at all that. There's so much, talk about so
there.
much flavor, but also some really good nutrients there with all the different food groups that we've kind of jammed into one dish.
I'm so glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
Because I tend to just I get so excited about the deliciousness
Yeah.
that I forget to mention, there's a lot of fiber in
It's
here.
good for us too.
There's a lot of goodness in here. All right, so let's let it cool for just a second. And
I'm strategizing how I'm going to take a big honkin' bite of this.
I know, you can
Here, I'll do a little dollop on the top so I
dollop.
don't have to totally.
And these are great for kids. They're great for
That's true. You know,
parties.
what a
It's
great
really
thing
versatile.
to just modify for a weeknight, right? You can make a couple of different versions depending on who likes or needs different
Just
things.
do a little assembly
Okay,
line and
I'm
people
going
make
in.
their own little buffet.
I'm making a mess. Oh my gosh, that is so yummy. I love the apple raw in the middle.
Yeah.
That crunch is so nice.
Can I give you one more tiny bite of just so that you can get what these onions taste like on
Here
their
we go.
own?
Let me take one little teeny tiny one of these. So nice, fall flavor, beautiful. Thank you so much.
welcome.
Great to see you.
Thanks for having me.
We'll have this recipe and more information on our website at katu.com. We'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.